Yo, what's up? Here's some facts that will probably ruin your childhood. Part 3. As we all know, Sid from Toy Story had some very strange toys that he made. This little baby with like spider legs, the duck with the spring, and oh yeah, the hooker. Get it? A fish hook and the stripper legs? It's so nice to know that the same person that played Samara from The Ring also voiced Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. Many young men came forward and claimed that Kevin Clash, who voiced Elmo, sexually assaulted and abused them using his high power to get them in bed. If we were judging by real life facts, lions only live to about 15 years, meaning since The Lion King came out in 1994, Simba probably would have died in 2009. Two girls made fun of this guy and called him Harry Potter, and you will not believe what he did to them. In 2014, Ryan Walker and his mother were going grocery shopping when he passed by two girls sitting on the steps inside of the grocery store. Ryan then thought nothing of these girls and went inside to shop with his mother, and when he came out, these two girls were still sitting there, but this time, one of them grabbed his shopping bag and said that he resembled Harry Potter. And that is when Ryan lost his temper. Ryan grew super angry and went back in the store, grabbed a gallon of milk or water, and poured it all over the girls. Knowing they would follow him, Ryan also grabbed a vegetable knife and slipped it into his pocket and waited for the two girls to follow. And when they did follow him, Ryan turned around and stabbed one of the girls in the face, and the other one he pushed down, kicked and punched and slammed her head against the fence. It was said that Ryan was repeatedly screaming, "Die, die," while he was stabbing and kicking these girls. It was even said that he stabbed one of the girls so hard that the blade in the knife broke. Be careful who you talk to. This man survived on the bottom of the ocean for 3 whole days. This is Harrison Okene, and he was a chef on a tugboat until a big wave came, crashed into his ship, and sunk it. Almost immediately after the boat was hit by the wave, it sunk down to the bottom of the ocean, but Harrison luckily found an air pocket which he survived off of. While being stuck underwater for 3 days, Harrison survived not off food, but off coke. The waters were even shark infested, so Harrison could literally hear the sharks tearing and eating his dead crewmates' bodies. Finally, after 3 whole days, divers came to investigate the wreck scene, and once they found it, they started knocking on the outside of the boat. And that is when Harrison found one of the divers and held on for dear life. But even then, although he was being saved, if Harrison went up too fast, he could die because he was underwater for so long. But finally, divers got him to the surface and he had to decompress for 2 days. Today, we will be discussing the case of Christine Paolia. In high school, Christine was made fun of for having alopecia, which is an autoimmune disease that makes you not grow hair. So, 2 girls that went to school with her named Tiffany and Rachel decided to give her a makeover to be nice and help her boost her confidence. So to thank the girls for being so nice, on July 18th of 2003, Christine and her boyfriend Christopher gunned down Rachel and Tiffany, Tiffany's boyfriend, and Tiffany's cousin inside of Tiffany's house. Both Tiffany and Rachel sustained very brutal injuries. In fact, Rachel was even beaten to death by a weapon. Christine and her boyfriend then thought they were in the clear and weren't going to get caught, but somebody anonymously reported Christine and her boyfriend for being the murderers at the crime scene, and Christine was arrested, but her boyfriend actually committed suicide so that he wouldn't have to go to jail. I wish I could say being nice and polite to people was always rewarding, but then obviously I would be lying.